just wanna run. My energy is safe and when reveling I'm undone. I feel the decay. I don't wanna be alone. I can still feel you inside my bones.
What is up, everybody? It's your boy Architect the Dreamer back with another ATD Reacts. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. I am so stoked that you're here. If you are returning, welcome back. If you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button, click that little bell so you'll get notified every time I drop a new video. Make sure to follow me on socials at ATDmusic, on Instagram and Threads at ATDreacts, and on Facebook at ATDofficial. At the beginning of this video, you heard a snippet of my new single, Bones, which is out now, streaming on all platforms. The link to that is in the description below. There is also an official lyric video on my page. The time has come. Mine, and I know so many of yours, most anticipated album of this entire year, Even in Arcadia by Sleep Token, is out. And you know I'm reacting to every single song on this record. So we're starting at track 1, which is Look To Windward. This is Sleep Token. Let's get it. Very 8-bit sounding.
Will you listen just as my form starts to fission? Losing this war of attrition, just as I drift away.
The vocals already are so stripped down. There are, I don't know if there's any vocal effects on Vessel's voice at all right now. This is like the driest, rawest vocals from a production standpoint I think I've ever heard out of Sleep Token. The intro is very interesting. It's very like stripped back and just 8-bit, which I'm assuming is being played on some kind of a MIDI keyboard. Very interesting start.
Will you listen just as my form starts to fission? Losing this war of attrition, just as I drift away. Will you hold this eclipse in me? Will you hold this eclipse in me? Will you hold this eclipse in me? Will you hold this eclipse in me?
That's a very interesting lyric. Will you halt this eclipse in me? Because when you think about an eclipse is when you've got the moon that is covering up the sun, and it's darkness that is covering up light. And when you think about that from a metaphorical standpoint of like having light, having positivity, and then having this darkness that is kind of coming over and covering up that light, this darkness, this negativity that's covering up the positive. And Vessel is asking, will you halt this eclipse in me? Will you stop the darkness from covering the light? At least that's my interpretation of it.
With the shadows longer to me than eclipse in me? Will you hold this eclipse in me?
This is so haunting.
Will you hold this eclipse in me? Will you hold this eclipse in me?
Oh. Strings. Very staccato strings. Very reverbed vocals sitting real deep in the mix. Hold on, we're going to rewind that back to when that starts in, but very interesting instrumentation choice. I love the staccatoed strings mixed in with this really, really heavy reverb vocal that is kind of sitting deep in that mix.
Will you hold this eclipse in me?
It's almost like a battle cry. Oh, more strings. Oh.
Now I know why I woke up here on the shoreline, coughing up blood in the twilight. Everything looks the same. Will you hold this eclipse in me? Will you hold this eclipse in me?
Now we're getting the vocal effects.
Hold this eclipse in me. Will you hold this eclipse in me? Will you hold this eclipse in me? Will you hold this eclipse in me?
Oh my God. That was insane.
I've got eyelids heavy enough
Woo!
to break diamonds. You pray for sound, I'm not pray for silence.
Oh.
Downright faithless, I can't deny. You'll find me with half a mind to get violent.
Oh. Oh my. Going from how we started into that just insanely heavy instrumental break in the screams, and now we're going into a part that feels very similar to Emergence, which but in a different way, and which makes sense because Emergence is track number 2 on the record, I believe. Let me double check that, but yeah, Emergence is track number 2. I've got eyelids heavy enough to break diamonds. You pray for sound, I pray for silence. Damned by fate as I can't deny. You'll find me with half a mind to get violent. Eyelids heavy enough to break diamonds. Like, the pressure that it takes to make diamonds, which can double as both obviously like the weight, but like the weight on their shoulders, the pressure that they are feeling, the pressure that Vessel is feeling as an artist, as a creative. You pray for sound, I pray for silence. You, as the audience, you want more from us. You want more music. I just want to be quiet. But damned by fate, I can't deny this is the life that I chose. You'll find me with half a mind to get violent. Oh my God. We're going to run this back.
I've got eyelids heavy enough to break diamonds. You pray for sound and I pray for silence. Damn right faithless, I can't deny. You'll find me with half a mind to get violent. Over till I say it's over. No little angel sitting on my shoulder. Give me the edge of a blade and a time and a place, and I'll leave them cold and pushing up borders. Walking with God, so merely stumbling forth until there's fire at the gates, until I fall to the floor. You know I live by the feather and die by the sword.
Oh. Oh my God. Just, I've heard so much debate on both sides. Obviously, like, I'm a massive Sleep Token fan, and as a lyricist and an artist, the art that I find and what they create is just next level. But I've heard so many people be like, oh, they're so mid, or they're mediocre, or whatever. And it's like, are you even listening? Are you listening to the poetry that is coming out of Vessel's mouth? No more my little angel sitting on my shoulder, so give me the edge of a blade and a time and a place, and I'll leave them golden, pushing up boulders. Walking with God, so many stumbling forth, until there's fire at the gates, until I fall to the floor. You know I live by the feather and die by the sword. Which, that line right there is like, it kind of gives me this thought of like a quill and ink, which is like, I live by the feather. I live by what I write. But I die by the sword. I die by violence. Now it's under the earth, won't need to burn the rewards. Oh my God.
Can't deny you'll find me with half a mind to get violent. Over till I say it's over. No little angel sitting on my shoulder. So give me the edge of a blade and a time and a place, and I'll leave them cold and pushing up borders. Walking with God, so merely stumbling forth until there's fire at the gates, until I fall to the floor.
The instrumental right here is so tonally and mood-wise. Oh. Oh. Oh my God. This is a 7-minute and 46-second song. Like, even in this garden of gods, I am the god of the gaps. I am the demon of Sodom. I am the blood of an angel. The fate of the fallen, nobody knows where I came from. Even I have forgotten. Now, I've mentioned this before, that like, I haven't like fully dived into the lore of Sleep Token. I've always listened to them like just as a fan of the music, and recently I've been diving more into the lyrical side of things with them. So for those of you that are like fully well versed in what the lore is, please let me know what I'm missing if there's something specifically, but just this idea of like, I am the demon of Sodom, I am the blood of an angel, the fate of the fallen, nobody knows where I came from, even I have forgotten. This idea of like this amnesia, or like being the antithesis of God, being the antithesis of being immortal and being this holy thing. Like when you think about an angel, you think of like big white wings and white cloak, and so like the contrast of like blood, which is bright red, and an angel, which is pure white. And then obviously, like, I am the demon of Sodom. Like the biblical story of Sodom and Gomorrah is a story of leaving your home behind and not turning back. And Lot turns back and immediately turns into this pillar of salt. And so this idea of like, I don't know where I came from, even I have forgotten, but I I can't turn back, because if I turn back and I look, everything's gonna go, like I'm done for. I'm gone. Oh my goodness, this is so good.
Fate of the fallen, nobody knows where I came from. Even I have forgotten. How can I already lose my way like this? Drowning in burning bright abyss. Even in stratospheric depths, this vertigo.
Oh,
I used to know myself.
oh my God.
Oh, and you used to know me well. Oh, and I wish that I could leave myself alone.
Get it, too?
You wish that you could make me
Oh my God. The subtle way that the vocals right there, they just keep going higher and higher and higher, but as that note that he's singing gets higher and higher, it starts to pull back and almost like fade away even more and more and more. I used to know myself, you used to know me well. Always felt I can leave myself alone, you wish you could make me whole. This constant struggle, back and forth, back and forth. Oh, we're getting the whispers again. Stop the darkness, help me find myself. Oh! I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Literal goosebumps. Whoo. This record is going to break me. This record is going to break me. Um, what an opener of a track. And what a way to set the tone for where we're about to go. It's super interesting that this is where we're starting, and then this goes into Emergence. And then track 3, which will be the next reaction that I do, is Past Self. And I find it interesting that, like, especially in the bridge of this, I used to know myself, you used to know me well, always felt I can leave myself alone, you wish you could make me whole. And then it goes into Emergence, which is I'm coming out. This album is every song on this album is going to be is going to be a 10. Like I can already feel it. Um my heart is racing right now. There's just something about this band that the music, it like vibrates through my entire body. The tone and the voice that Bessel has is so emotive, where every word he speaks, every word he screams has so much emotion in it. Wow. All right. Well, that was Look to the Windward. If you guys want to hear my reaction of Emergence, I have that video up on my page as well. That came out about a month ago, whenever that single dropped. I'm going to be compiling this whole album into a playlist, so those who are watching these can watch them in order, every single track, if you want to. It is going to be a little interesting, like having the singles in there, and obviously the context for which I reacted to those and listened to those the first time is going to be slightly different than how this is going to be as like a whole finished product. But wow, what a way to start an album. I would love to hear what you guys think. Drop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. I'm so excited to listen to the rest of this album. Like I said at the beginning, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, click that little bell, follow me on socials, do all of those things if you want to continue this Sleep Token journey with me, with Even in Arcadia. And if you want to check out the rest of the stuff that I do. My new single, Bones, came out today, and the link for that is in the description as well, if you guys want to go check that out. I'll see you guys back here for the next one.